Okay, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Okay, today we can start our fifth module. So, fifth module, we are starting with production planning and control. So, production planning and control. So, what is a production? എന്താണ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കറിയാം അല്ലേ സിമ്പിൾ ടേംസിൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസിങ് സംതിങ് അല്ലേ മെയിൻലി ഹൗ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബീങ് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ്ഡ് or how we can define it. This is actually a sequence of operation through which a set of inputs are there. You have some input, whether it is a raw material or anything, and you have to get an output as a finished product. So the input is transformed to output through some transformation process. This is what happening in any type of production, whether it is in any manufacturing sector or any other sector. The production means the changing the input from output or transforming through some transformation processes. Now, this is actually a sequence of technical process. So as a definition, we can say it is a sequence of technical process. So in case of manufacturing sector, this is actually a technical process, and it is having a sequence. We have some order. That is, first of all, this has to be done. Then next, in the next level, the other process 2 has to be done. After finishing the process 2, process 3 is to be started. Then assembly is coming, like that. So there is a sequence of operations. So production is the sequence of technical process requiring either directly or indirectly the mental and physical skill of the craftsman. That means the whether sometimes directly it needs the skill of the man, or sometimes indirectly, depending on the machineries or the depending on the procedures or the equipments, whether in some cases it needs the direct involvement of the skill of the craftsman, or in sometimes it needs only a indirect contact or indirect involvement of the craftsman. And this consists of the changing shape, size, properties of materials, and finally converting them to useful articles. So this is the production. That means, okay, we can define like this. This is the sequence of technical processes. Technical processes. Technical processes requiring either or indirectly the mental and physical skill mental and physical skill of the craftsman, and it leads to the changing of shape, size size and properties of materials, and ultimately converting it into useful products. This is the output. So which all raw materials we are providing, including the worker itself, that is termed as the input. So you have a sort of input. This input is being transferred into the output through some transformation process. So while transforming, you get then particular output. So sometimes it may be desirable by the customer, or sometimes it may not be desirable by the customer as per their desired level. So in that case, according to the output, or the feedback from the output can be used to change the input. So there will be a feedback mechanism. And it will be fed to the input. This is the usual production system. So you will see this. This is the production system. Here you can see the inputs in terms of labor, material, equipment, capital, management, etc. It is being converted into the output, final product, that is goods and services, which is to be available in the market. So this transforming, how it is being transformed? Using certain procedures involved in the transformation process are the product planning, process planning, production control, maintenance, etc. That means the planning of the product, how the product should be, or designing. Then the process planning, how the process is to be planned. The process is well planned before the actual production. And while planning, we should also control the parameters in order to achieve the correct result. So the production control using various charts and all that we will see one by one. Then the maintenance we have already seen. Then this is the feedback. Feedback is being taken with respect to the inventory levels, sales volume, labor efficiency, whether the labor efficiency is more or less. If in case it is not desirable, then we will take some modification in the input, apply some modifications, and then we'll check whether the outputs are of in our need. If not, then using the feedback, we will once more change it like that. So the feedback consists of the inventory levels mainly, then sales volume, labor efficiency, etc. So this is the typical production system. Now, production planning. Our topic is production planning and control. So in that, production planning. So what do you mean by production planning? Simple. We know what is a production. Production means it is a sequence. It is a sequence of technical processes, like we have seen many things, which is used to transform the input to output, or the desired product, using the skill of the laborers or the craftsman. That is the production, and the production system we have seen. Now, planning of the production. What is a production planning? That means it is a pre-production activity. Why it is called a pre-production activity? Because this is, or the planning is done before actual production. So before the actual production, we just do some planning in order to find what is to be done, or in order to maintain or have a good control over the production, we just plan it. So this is a pre-production activity before the actual production. And it may be defined. This is the actual definition of a production planning, or it can be defined like this. That is a technique. It is a technique. This is a technique of foreseeing every step in a long series of separate operations. So this is a technique of foreseeing. That is, we are foreseeing or planning every step. So each procedure in any production of a in case of any production of the equipment or anything, we can see there is many steps, many sequential steps involved in it, and each step we are foreseeing or predicting. So this is a technique of foreseeing every step in a long series of separate operations, each step to be taken at the right time and at the right place, and each operation to be performed in the maximum efficiency. So what is the right time? So what is the time to conduct a particular step, or for which period of or which duration, at which duration it is to be done. Now regarding the place, where is to be done, how it is to be done, so that we can have the maximum efficiency. So in order to achieve the maximum efficiency, what is the right time to do that, or what is the exact duration to which the material or the procedure is to be conducted, and also the place, the right place where it is to be done. These things has to be planned before the actual production. That is basically what you mean by production planning. So production planning, it is a pre-production activity. Pre-production activity in the sense it is being done before the actual scheduling or the actual production. It is being done, and it is defined as the technique of foreseeing every step in a long series of separate operations, each step to be taken at the right time and in the right place, and each operation to be performed in a maximum efficiency. Now we'll see production control, the next element, that is the controlling. We know the production, so the production is to be controlled, or how we can control the production of anything. So production control, okay, production control. So production control constantly monitors and regulates the progress of the execution of the task in the manufacturing process from the beginning to the end. So the whole process from the beginning to the end, what this do is it monitors, not only monitors but also regulates the progress, how it is being progressed. So this constantly monitors, continuous ആയിട്ട് മോണിറ്റർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ, the step 1, the process 1 is going fine or not, or if it is lagging, is there any inventory, like that, or is there any breakdown or any maintenance needed, what is the status, current status, everything. So the production control constantly monitors and regulates. After monitoring, it regulates the progress of execution of the task, each task, how it is being progressed in manufacturing process from the beginning to the end. So from the beginning to end, it will monitor and regulate the progress. Now next thing, it analyzes the variances between the actual achievement and the set standards. So there will be some standards. During the planning, what we do is we plan or we set some standard or target time. In case of time, we'll set a target, that is this particular operation is to be completed within 10 minutes. So we'll put a standard or a target, or we can say this particular material or the product is to be manufactured with the particular amount of tolerance or a surface roughness value. Either it is so whether it is achieved or not, that is to be checked or monitored. So the production control analyzes the variations, so how much it is varied from the standard. In the planning, we have set the standard or the targets. Now we will see in the production control phase, we will analyze the variation, how much it is being varied from the standard values, how much it is varied. Then next case, then it will take the corrective action, how to correct it or how to modify it in case of any variations from the standards. So these are mainly done in the production control. So production planning and then production control. So this is the total, that is the production planning and control, that is being referred as PPC. ഇനി അങ്ങോട്ട് നമ്മൾ PPC എന്നായിരിക്കും പറയാം. PPC means production planning and control. So this is essentially consists of planning production in manufacturing organization before the actual production activity starts, and exercising control over the activities to ensure that planned production is realized in terms of quantity, quality, delivery schedule, and cost of production. So this is the totality of the two concepts, that is production planning and control. ഇത് രണ്ടും കൂടെ ചേർത്ത് പറഞ്ഞേക്കാണ്. അപ്പൊ എന്താണ് മെയിൻലി പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ പ്ലാനിങ് ആൻഡ് കൺട്രോൾ കൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് എന്താണ്? അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, സപ്പോസ് യു ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് എനി ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി, there should be a proper PPC or production planning and control in order to achieve the good and efficient പ്രോസസ് ഓർ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട്. നല്ലൊരു ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ എന്തായിരിക്കണം? ഇതുപോലുള്ളൊരു വെൽ പ്ലാൻഡ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വെൽ കൺട്രോൾഡ് PPC നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പം ഒരു PPC എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ യു ക്യാൻ ഡിഫൈൻ ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്. എന്താണ്? കൺസിസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് എ പ്ലാനിങ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ഇൻ എ മാനുഫാക്ചറിങ് ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ബിഫോർ ദ ആക്ച്വൽ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ. അപ്പോൾ ആക്ച്വൽ പ്രൊഡക്ഷന് മുൻപ് തന്നെ എന്താണ്? there should be some planning prior to the actual production, and it should be controlled or monitored in order to have the in terms of എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്? ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി, ക്വാളിറ്റി, ഡെലിവറി ഷെഡ്യൂൾ. എപ്പോഴൊക്കെയാണ് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് എത്തേണ്ടത്, മാർക്കറ്റിൽ എത്തേണ്ട ടൈം ഉണ്ടാവും, ഡെലിവറി ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ഉണ്ടാവും. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ ദ കോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ. നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞതിന് ശേഷമായിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ അറിയുക ഇതിന് ഈ പ്രോഡക്റ്റിന് ഇത്ര രൂപയാവുന്നു. പക്ഷെ നല്ലൊരു പ്ലാനിങ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അതിന് മുമ്പ് തന്നെ ഫൈനൽ പ്രോഡക്റ്റിൻ്റെ കോസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് ഏകദേശം ഫോർകാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അതിനനുസരിച്ച് നമുക്ക് എന്താണ് റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽസും ഒക്കെ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യാം. ഇൻ കേസ് കോസ്റ്റ് കൂടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, യൂസിങ് ദ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്, വാട്ട് വി ഡു ഇസ് വി വിൽ ചേഞ്ച് ദ റോ മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് അക്കോർഡിംഗ് ടു അവർ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ. ദെൻ വി ക്യാൻ മോഡിഫൈ ഓർ ഓപ്റ്റിമൈസ് ദ കോസ്റ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ അതൊക്കെ ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടെ വരുന്നൊരു ടോട്ടൽ കേസാണ് ഈ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ പ്ലാനിങ് ആൻഡ് കൺട്രോൾ. Now we will see what are the main objectives, what are the key objectives or aims of production planning and control. First one, continuous flow of production. Continuous flow of production. Okay. Continuous flow of production. Continuous flow of production means a smooth and continuous flow of production is to be given for any production. So taking the case of any production sector, we need a smooth and continuous production. Otherwise there will be some inventory or loss in the production. So there should be some mechanism in order such that we should have a smooth and continuous production. How it is being done? By eliminating all sort of bottlenecks. എങ്ങനെയാണ് eliminate ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Through process planning and control. അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So first objective is we have to have we should have a smooth and continuous flow of production. Next is the planned requirement of the resources. Where it is? Planned requirement of the resources. That means we should have a planned requirement. റിസോഴ്സസിൻ്റെ റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ് എത്രത്തോളം റിസോഴ്സസ് വേണം അതിൻ്റെ നല്ലൊരു പ്ലാൻ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. വി ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് എ പ്ലാൻ സോ ദാറ്റ് റിക്വയർഡ് ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി അറ്റ് ദ റിക്വയർഡ് ക്വാളിറ്റി ആൻഡ് റിക്വയർഡ് ടൈം. അപ്പം എന്താണ് റിക്വയർഡ് ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി, റിക്വയർഡ് ക്വാളിറ്റി ആൻഡ് റിക്വയർഡ് ടൈം. നമുക്ക് വേണ്ട സമയത്ത് ആവശ്യത്തിനുള്ള ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റിയിൽ ആവശ്യത്തിനുള്ള ക്വാളിറ്റിയിലുമുള്ള എന്താണ് മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് നമുക്കുണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. എന്നാലേ നമുക്കെന്താണ് നമ്മുടെ ഡിസൈഡ് ടാർഗറ്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് വാല്യൂ നമുക്ക് റീച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. എന്നാലേ നമുക്കെന്താണ് ഒരു ഗുഡ് കസ്റ്റമർ സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷൻ പോസിബിൾ ആവുള്ളൂ. അതാണ് പ്ലാൻഡ് റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ റിസോഴ്സസ്. ഇതൊക്കെ എന്താണ്? ദീസ് ആർ ഓൾ ദ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ്സ് ഓർ എയിംസ് ഓഫ് ദ PPC. അതായത് ഒരു PPC അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ പ്ലാനിങ് ആൻഡ് കൺട്രോൾ ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയിൽ കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഉപയോഗമാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ്, ഇൻ ഓർഡർ ടു ഹാവ് എ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ഫ്ലോ ഓഫ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ. ദെൻ ടു ഹാവ് എ പ്ലാൻഡ് റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ റിസോഴ്സസ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് കോർഡിനേറ്റഡ് വർക്ക് coordinated work schedules. So usually the production activities, any production activities are planned and carried out in a organization as per the master schedule. We should have a master schedule. By planning we prepare a master schedule, and the production activities, all activities, whether it is a small or big, will be planned according to that schedule. So we will continuously check whether the process is being conducted as per the master schedule. So there will be some coordination. That is the thing. So എന്താണ് ഒരു മാസ്റ്റർ ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിനനുസരിച്ച് എന്താണ് കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോവുക. That is the third thing. Next is the optimum inventory. Optimum inventory. എന്താണ് inventory? Suppose you are producing a product. You are producing say 100 products, but you need only 10 right now. So the rest 90 will be kept as inventory. Kept in inventory as a stock. So it is not being functional, but it will be used in demand. എപ്പോഴാണോ ഡിമാൻഡ് വരുന്നത് ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇൻവെൻട്രിയിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്താണ്? അത് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടേക്കൺ ആസ് എ ലോസ്, ഓർ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കൺസിഡർഡ് ആസ് എ ലോസ് ഇൻ ടേംസ് ഓഫ് മണി. സോ we have to but the inventory is a small amount of inventory is always used. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് ആവശ്യമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഫുള്ളോടെ നമുക്ക് മിനിമൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, എന്നാൽ കരുതി നമുക്കത് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല. സോ there should be an optimum value. So we have to optimize the amount of inventory through PPC. Next is the increased productivity. Increased productivity. That is we have to increase the productivity by mainly optimizing the use of the productive resources or eliminating the wastage, etc., etc. We can increase the productivity. That is a objective. Then next one regarding the customer satisfaction. How a customer is to be satisfied. The customer will be satisfied only when or his desired value is reached, or which is the his desired product, or the level of accuracy, anything. If it meets his demand, then we can say the customer is satisfied. So the products or the production should be designed or planned in such a manner that the customer is satisfied, or the customer satisfaction is much more. That is the other objective. Then regarding next one is the production and employment stabilization. Production and employment stabilization. So this planning, PPC, this ensures this there is a stable employment or the production. So total production and the employment is stabilized. This is the next objective. And one more, that is a evaluation of the performance. The performance of the process or the worker, anything, it needs to be evaluated, well evaluated. And if there is any correction required, through the feedback mechanism, we can have the proper corrections in order to have a good result. So these are the main objectives or aim of the production planning and control. First one, continuous flow of production. Then planned requirement of the resources, coordinated work schedules using the master schedule. Then optimum inventory, increased productivity, high customer satisfaction, production and employment stabilization, and finally the evaluation of the performance. So these are the objectives or aim of the production planning and control. Now the importance of the production planning and control, or the advantages. What are the advantages of the production planning and control? So this is, we can say, the production planning and control, like our nervous system. This is very important to any plant. So we have some set of advantages that we'll see. So these are the main importance or advantages of the production planning and control. First one, better service to the customer. So through proper production planning and control, we are able to give the better service to the customers. So in case through the proper planning, we will be able to deliver the product in the right time, with the right quality, with the huge satisfaction. So as decided by the customer, we can or we will be able to service them, give our service to the customer. So that is the first one, that is a better service to the customer. Then fewer rush orders. In some cases, what happens is there will be a huge sudden demand for the order. Other time we will be in the ideal position. So we will, through proper planning and control, we will be able to shift that, and we will be able to reduce the rush orders. There is a few rush orders. Then regarding the better control of the inventory, we have already seen. We can optimize the inventory level through proper planning and control. Then more effective use of the equipment. What all equipments are there? We can use the optimum or the most efficient use of the equipments, and reduced idle time. So the time where the worker is not working or the product is not functional, that particular time, through proper controlling or the proper planning, we can reduce these types of idle time, so that we can finish the uh, production within the time, or we can will be able to deliver the product to the market before the time. Then the next one is the improved plant morale. So it ensures uh, the smooth flow. So there will be a smooth flow, and we have already seen fewer rush orders are there. So through this will helps to maintain a good working condition. So if there is any rush orders, then there will be a huge need of the production activities. So there will be a huge workload to the workers, and the working condition will not be healthy. So if the process is being properly planned or controlled, then there will be no such problems. So there will be a healthy working condition. So we can say there will be the improved plant morale, or the plant morale will be improved. And then next is the good public image. Good public image means, in the case of the public or the society, if the product is being shipped to the customers in the right time with the right quality, then usually the production sector or the firm will have a good image to the public. And finally, the low capital requirements. So through the proper PPC, we know where, when, and what is required before the actual production. So we can will be able to control the procedure or the control the raw materials, so that we'll be able to produce the product with a small amount, or economically, how we can produce the product more economically, and also with it is acceptable to the customers within the economy or within the amount, how to optimize it. So there is a lower capital requirements. So these are the main importance of the, or advantages of a production planning and control. So these are about our today's class.